And the proposal, everybody, would actually decrease the amount Social Security has to pay out, leaving more money to go toward other beneficiaries. And while this is one of the more popular solutions, with 80% of voters supporting it, it would only eliminate an estimated 11% of the shortfall. But none of these potential solutions have become law yet, so things are still going on, everybody. But let's see what Joe Biden will do for the fourth stimulus. Folks, we got a 10 news about the fourth stimulus check, Social Security benefits, SSI, and SSDI. Continue watching this video for more information on how to get your fourth stimulus check. We have attendees on this, folks, and you definitely want to know how to receive the fourth stimulus check once you qualify for it. But first, I just want to say thank you so much for your support. To redeem the Amazon gift card, all you gotta do is redeem this code in the checkout aisle, and you'll begin the stimulus check, and you'll begin the $50 Amazon gift card right there. Now, new information has been released. At least 6 states are delivering the stimulus checks this June to eligible Americans. It's to anybody that qualifies for this stimulus check. You'll be getting that stimulus payment in your bank. Yes, folks, Joe Biden will do it in 2023. But inflation has slowed again for another month, and with this year-over-year rate dropping from 4 to 4%, this largely reduces the food prices, declining costs for consumer goods, and 11.7% year-over-year reduction in energy prices is measured by the CPI. It's showing some great things that are happening. But some states are still distributing the payments to the residents to help them cope with this high cost of living because it is still higher than normal. And New York City is currently issuing property tax rebates of up to $150 to eligible homeowners. The rebate is for homeowners whose New York City property is their primary residence and whose combined income is $2,500 or less. Most homeowners should have received the rebates, everybody, but those who did not, believed may qualify and can submit an application online. For homeowners in the state of New York, the Homeowner Tax Rebate Credit is a one-year program providing property tax relief payments of up to $1,000. California also began sending out the payments as part of the middle-class tax refund, and almost 32 million taxpayers and their dependents have benefits from payments of up to $1,000. But earlier this year, it emerged that more than 1 million Californians had not activated debit cards that contained their payments, because according to Newsweek, recipients who still are not activating their cards will get their cards deleted. Now, Georgia is also sending out a surplus tax refund of up to $250 for single or married separate filers. Now, in New Jersey, taxpayers who meet the eligibility requirements will be receiving up to $1,500 through the Anchor Property Tax Relief Program. Governor Murphy's office said earlier this year that more than 1 million New Jersey residents applied for the program, and the State Division of Taxation has said that the Anchor benefit payments will be distributed through the summer. If you qualify, it is likely that your check will be arriving soon, and Pennsylvania will begin sending out the payments of up to $650 as part of the property tax rebate. It's set to go out in July. This summer, you'll be getting stimulus checks. And the Senate Democrats have almost confirmed that the White House chief economist, despite opposition from Joe Manchin and chief Republicans, that Jared Bernstein will be the White House chief economist. Now, the Senate approved the long-term confidence of the President Biden to the chair of this Council of Economic Advisors. But Manchin revealed he would vote against this man early Tuesday, and Senate Democrats had a brief scare over whether Kamala Harris would actually be needed to break the tie confirmation. But so far, things are looking good for Joe Biden.
Endured while in the line of duty. As many as 3.5 million veterans have been affected by burn pits since 9/11. Yet approximately 80% of all disability claims connected to burn pits have been rejected by the VA. So many of our veterans have been fought by the VA.
High legislative achievements have we. The Rescue Plan, CHIP, Science Act, and now this achievement for the American people. Lyndon Johnson was right. Yesterday is not ours to recover, but tomorrow is ours to win or lose. The Inflation Reduction Act headed to the
individual piece. There's nobody that wants a business to be litigated out of business. They're going to be tough enough just surviving. On the other hand, we don't want to throw caution to the wind that the businesses aren't safe places to work, the workers not protected, and the people that patronize these places of businesses are not in a safe environment. We have to take all that in consideration, do the best we can. I remind you this, it's for a short period of time. A short period. We're not changing the tort laws forever. We're just trying to get through an emergency period.
So a new bill has been passed. There are more states proposing new stimulus, and these checks are expected to be sent out pretty soon, guys. Now, thanks to a huge budget surplus and leftover American Rescue Plan funds, states are approving inflation checks. Grocery bills on the rise with higher prices for most items, and significant increase in the cost of eggs is pretty much going bad. Now the CPI increased 0.1% and increased again by the consumer spending on food. They're all drivers of high food prices, and according to experts, climate change has also affected agricultural output, which has meant less food out in the market and less food in. Although it's hard to say when food prices will begin to come down, an economist expects that it could happen in the next 6 months or so. Individual states are currently rebating the stimulus checks to residents to help offset this increase in the cost of gas, utilities, other expenses. Now, other states would like to send their residents new rebate checks. Minnesota families could receive up to $2,600, and under a plan from the governor, you can get also a lot of money from this stimulus check. Individuals who make up to $75,000 a year could receive a check of up to $1,000 each, and for married couples, the threshold for a $2,000 check is $1,500. Parents could receive an additional $200 for the rebate check for each child. The maximum benefit for a family is around $2,600. As many as 2.5 million Minnesota households are expected to receive a check if the plan is adopted. The governor wrote out the final chapter of his budget proposal, and he said it's time for Social Security benefits to increase. Time for people to get stimulus checks. I agree. I think it's time for people to get stimulus. Not only that, folks, but listen to this. As part of a 2-year budget deal, $4.4 billion is being sent in extra spending for schools, $1 billion for tax credits, and another one for people in need. So like I'm telling you guys, Walt said the tax benefit could make a meaningful difference for the Minnesota families. And he said it was important to hand some of that funding directly to taxpayers, just to let them decide how to spend their money the best. Walt told reporters today that the checks are a big difference for housing. It could be first and last month rent. It could be the things you need to do for your children. The proposal also included an increase in the state's capital gains tax, a payroll tax to fund the family's program, and increased vehicles to tab the fees. As part of a 2 full-year budget deal, Walt proposed more than $4.4 billion in extra spending. That's $4.4 billion going to people in need. If you can get that stimulus check, that would be great. But I also want to say another thing. Other states like Montana are discussing a new tax rebate payments. Both Republican governors and Republican majorities in the Montana legislature have identified tax relief as one of their top priorities. Lawmakers begin hearing the first set of major tax bills. Some differences have been appearing in exactly how they want to return the money to taxpayers, and one of the main priorities has been a property tax rebate, using some of that state's $2 billion surplus. He's backed the House bill with sponsors from the Representatives Tom Welch, and he initially proposed a rebate of up to $1,000 each. A lot of people can get stimulus this year, folks. Let's see it happen. Let's make it happen, Joe. What do you guys think about the fourth stimulus check this year in 2023? Is Joe Biden going to send it? I believe he will, because Joe Biden has nothing else to do but to send out stimulus checks. Folks, according to a report from the U.S. government,